Marketing Edge on TV is a leading initiative in the business of brand management and in the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute awesome package that comprises brand news, brand in focus, industry conversation, all in a mix, encompassing in-depth and thorough analysis aimed at promoting the brand idea. Welcome.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
We begin with brand news, where we bring you the latest developments around the world of brands and the marketing and advertising industry in Nigeria and around the world. In brand news, Nigeria's entertainment and media sector is in a record-breaking rise, set to grow at 8.6% annually through 2028, outpacing the global average and cementing its status as Africa's digital powerhouse. A new report highlights internet advertising, OTT streaming, video games, and music as key drivers, with E&M revenue expected to soar from $9 billion to $13.6 billion. PwC's Alina Motong calls it a story of resilience and innovation as Nigeria leverages digital transformation and localized content to capture global attention. With rapid internet adoption and AI-driven content creation, Nigeria isn't just growing, it's shaping the future of entertainment in Africa. Soulcoms has unveiled a dynamic new brand identity, marking 20 years of innovation in strategic communications. The rebrand introduces a sleek logo and a renewed focus on cutting-edge digital solutions, including augmented reality, retail tech, and immersive storytelling. CEO Udeme Ufot says the transformation reflects Soulcom's commitment to redefining digital PR and experiential marketing, helping brands forge deeper connections and optimize engagement. With its new emerge philosophy, Soulcoms is setting the stage for the future of interactive brand experiences. Wema Bank, Nigeria's longest surviving indigenous bank, has unveiled a bold new brand identity to celebrate 80 years of innovation, resilience, and customer-focused banking. The refreshed identity reflects the bank's evolution from traditional banking to a digital-first powerhouse, solidifying its role in shaping the industry. Known for pioneering Africa's first fully digital bank, Alert, Wema Bank continues to drive financial inclusion and empower businesses with cutting-edge solutions. Expressing gratitude to customers and stakeholders, the bank says this milestone marks a renewed commitment to innovation and excellence as it charts the course for the future of banking in Nigeria. Next is Branding Focus after this break.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Now, brand in focus. How Nigerian brands merge innovation, culture to boost sales in Nigeria's rich cultural heritage is becoming a powerful tool for brands looking to connect with consumers at home and abroad. From fashion to food and beverages, businesses are blending tradition with modern technology to create products that celebrate the country's identity while appealing to evolving consumer preferences. In the beverage sector, traditional drinks are getting a modern twist with improved packaging and new flavors to attract health-conscious consumers. Similarly, the fashion industry is embracing digital tools, with designers incorporating augmented reality to offer virtual try-ons of outfits inspired by Nigeria's diverse cultural heritage. E-commerce platforms are also revolutionizing the way Nigerians shop for traditional attire. Online marketplaces now connect customers with fabric dealers and designers, making it easier to coordinate outfits for social events while preserving the communal essence of cultural fashion. Ultimately, Nigerian brands that embrace both heritage and innovation are not only winning local loyalty, but also positioning themselves as cultural ambassadors on the global stage. As the world evolves, the fusion of tradition and modernity is proving to be a winning formula. That was Branding Focus. Next is Industry Conversation, where we discuss with industry thought leaders who have distinguished themselves and have made tremendous impact in their chosen field. My guest today is GBENGA OMOTOSO, the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Lagos State. Join us after this break.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
On Marketing Edge today, we're being joined by the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy in Lagos State, Mr. GBENGA OMOTOSO. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Now let's get straight to it, sir. How will you assess the performance of the public sector in comparison with the private sector, looking at the economic situation of the country in 2024?
Thank you so much. I would not want to separate the public sector from the private sector when you talk about contributions to the development of the society, or when you talk about how both have performed in terms of in relation to the economic situation of their country, or their state, Lagos. All I want to say is that in the public sector, we had a very robust budget for 2024, and the budget did over 90% as of the last time we checked it in around November, December last year. So if you have a budget that did that much, I mean, it's for you, as far as I'm concerned, it's excellent. And all this can be seen in all the projects that the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration has been able to deliver to the good people of Lagos. So all in all, I think in talking about the performance of the public sector in relation to what happened in the economy in 2024, I think the public sector did very well.
Okay. Now, what's your assessment of the Lagos State government in achieving the projects it had planned out for Lagos residents in 2024? Do you feel that the state government met the aspirations of its residents?
Of course, we met the aspirations of the residents, and we did very well. I mean, with our own assessment, we compare ourselves with all the global cities that have the stature of Lagos in terms of population, in terms of economic outlook, in terms of stature in everything. And I think Lagos did well. The most exciting thing for me in 2024 was the launch of the Red Line. Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, when he was doing the groundbreaking of the Red Line, he did promise that he was going to complete it during his tenure, and he did complete it during his tenure. And today, the Red Line is carrying about 500,000 people per day, and then I think it's a very good, exciting thing for us that we did. If we take it from that and look at all the other sectors, apart from transportation, look at health, look at all of the things we did in education, in arts and culture, I think we did very, very well.
Okay, and let's come to 2025 and look at the projections Lagos State has for its residents. What are these things Lagos State has in stock in delivering the dividends of democracy to its residents?
In 2025, all of the things that we were doing in 2024, we try as much as possible to complete them. In transportation, where we are going to build new add to the Red Line, the trains, they are already being built. We are to the Blue Line too. The second phase of the Blue Line that goes from Maitu to Kukumaiko is already being built. The tracks are being put in place. So the trains are also coming. We are also going to have a new trains to join the Red Line that will be moving people all the way from Agbado on the outskirts of Lagos in Ogun State to the heart of the mainland in Oyigbo. The aim is to connect the Blue Line and the Red Line. So this year, people are going to see a lot in that sector. We have already commissioned on May 29 last year about 15 very good, durable ferries that were built right here in Lagos. This year, we're going to be adding 10 more brand new ferries that can carry each of them up to about 40 people with internet, very comfortable, very safe, and highly reliable. So in the transportation sector, a lot will happen. We'll be bringing CNG buses. We'll be collaborating with a lot of private sector people to ensure that the Lagosians they get the best of transportation. In Earth, we are going to be delivering many projects that will have great impact on the lives of our people. We will try as much as possible to deliver the Massey Street Children's Hospital, which is going to be the largest in sub-Saharan Africa when it is finished. It's going to resolve many of the pediatric problems that we have. The aim is just to reduce infant maternal mortality among our people. And then we also struggle to deliver the 280-bed General Hospital in Ojo. It's the first hospital that has been built in decades in Lagos. We were there about 3 days ago to do an inspection, and Mr. Governor asked the contractor to really do his job and ensure that the project is delivered this year. And we are going to be also ready to deliver the 500-bed mental and health center in Ketu. And mental health is something that most people don't pay attention to. But Lagos government has said that we will pay attention to that. It's going to be the biggest of its kind also in sub-Saharan Africa. It's not just going to be a hospital where mental illnesses will be treated, but it's also going to be a rehabilitation center. And then we are going to be building a research center in Yaba so that, God forbid, if you have something like COVID, again, we do not need to go to the Western world to import vaccine or to seek assistance. We have the experts here. All they need is just to get the facilities. So we are going to be doing that. And to counter the effect of what people call the Jackpot syndrome in the medical sector, we are going to be having our own University of Medical College, which is going to be solely responsible for producing more medical doctors for Lagos. The Lagos University College of Medicine that we have, that is part of LASU now, will become a stand-alone university on its own. And that leads me to what we are going to be doing in the education sector too, going to be ramping up more infrastructure for our people to be able to go to school in an environment that is conducive, that is encouraging, that is responsive to the needs of modern education. So we are going to continue to build more schools. And apart from that, we will focus on technical education. People do not need to get out of school because they want to learn a trade. You can learn a trade and at the same time be going to school. So the kind of schools we'll be building and the kind of education we'll be encouraging will be friendly to those who want to do the two together. They don't need to go out of school. So and on like that. In the creative sector, we are going to be encouraging our young people who are interested in acting, who are interested in script writing, who are interested in filmmaking. Encourage them with more training. Thousands of them now have been trained. We've trained over 6,000 of them in partnership with Ogidi, Del York, Ebony, and Ama, and they are doing very well. So we are going to be doing a lot in that sector. You must have heard about 30 December, all of the good things that happened in Lagos around that time, without any security challenge, of course. Many people, no city in the world received the number of visitors that Lagos received between October and January this year. So we are going to be leveraging that to improve on what we are doing in the tourism sector. We are going to be building all of the projects we are building in Badagry. We will complete them along the slave route. We will complete them. Then all the natural, all of the things that God gave us for us to be able to showcase how beautiful Lagos is to the world, we will be doing that. We are at the boat regatta that we have hundreds of boats participating from all the districts of Lagos, and thousands of people watching and enjoying the spectacle without any incident at all, no security challenge that we face. So we are going to be improving on all of that to develop the tourism sector. So in all sectors, Lagos is going to be doing wonderful things that will make Lagosians to be proud Lagosians.
Okay, you talked about the research center in Yaba that Lagos State has in focus. Now, is this fully funded by Lagos State?
Yeah, everything is fully funded by Lagos State. But if you want to give us a grant, we won't mind. We will do that because Lagos, like we say, we take our destiny in our hands, but we welcome help from any cultures. Lagos, when we were building the red line, it was and the blue line, it was really very challenging in terms of funding. But thanks to the creative ability of Mr. Governor, we were able to raise funds. And we usually say that Lagos is the only sub-national anywhere in the world doing that kind of enormous, huge, humongous project that this needs such huge funding, and then we are delivering it from our balance sheet.
Okay, looking at the themes agenda of the first administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, it evolved to become a themes plus agenda, which says leave no one behind. Now, how is Lagos State government working in fulfilling that promise, that brand promise of leaving no one behind?
Yeah, when you look at the themes agenda, and then that plus that has been added to it in the second term of Mr. Sanwo-Olu, the plus being the youth, social equality, and inclusiveness, gender equality, social inclusiveness, and then the youth. You look at it that if you consider the kind of positions women are getting in Lagos, you will know that truly there is gender equality. So many young women working in our administration, and then government paying attention to what women are doing in terms of helping them to improve their businesses, in terms of helping them to do all of those things that they need to do to fulfill their roles as the mothers of the state. And then if you look at the young people, everywhere you go in Lagos, they get attention. We have a fund we call Lagos State Innovation and Science Innovation and Research Council that has a fund of about 1 billion. All the people have applied for grants here. 99% of them are young people, and Lagos is ready to do more for them. I spoke about over 6,000 people that we have trained in the creative industry. These are young people who are promising, who want to make a mark in that industry, and Lagos is helping them to do it. We gave about 250 million to people, to filmmakers who didn't have money to do their movies. Most of these people are our young people. We are building about a stadia at the same time all over the state. It is for our young people to be able to exhibit their skills, to be able to, the abundant talents that we have in Lagos, for them to be able to exhibit such talents and make Lagos to bear its true name as a sports city, where so many sports people are brought out to be exported overseas, to be taken to other states, for us to be able to groom all our young people to do very well in sports. In everything that we are doing, the focus is on the youth. What we are doing in education, what we are doing in entertainment, like I said, so in science and technology, and even in business. Most of the people are applying for grants at the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. They are our young people. And of course, we are encouraging as many of them as possible to also come into the public sector. We have a pool of young people that we are developing to take over leadership through the Latif Jakonde Leadership Academy. So in all of the things that we are doing, that plus is really answering to its name as a plus. You know, the icing on the cake on all the other things that we are doing, focusing on the future, you know, making inclusivity the watchword, and then looking out for people who are living with disabilities.
Okay. Now, I like the fact that you touched about the young people. Looking at the creative economy, what's the boost for Lagos State government? Now, I want us to also look at the film city that's been started at Ekpe. So what's the boost for Lagos State government when it comes to creative economy?
Well, if you look at that, that is where we have invested a lot in terms of personnel, and then in terms of the general outlook of what we can do because of what that industry can do, how much it can contribute to the GDP of Lagos, and for us to be able to realize how to explore the abundance of talents that we have in Lagos. So you spoke about the film city in Ekpe. People are coming in to see how it can be funded, to see how it can be done so that it can be the best in sub-Saharan Africa as we are planning to be, and to be a place where everything you need to do in the creative sector, that you have it there. You don't need to go to any other place. And then to really make, Lagos be the true entertainment center or creativity, creative center in Africa.
So it's open to public-private partnership?
Of course.
Okay. Now let's look at technology. How well is Lagos looking to develop its technological hub and innovation hub in Lagos?
If you look at the state of technology in Africa today, Lagos is the headquarters of startups. You have so many. There was a time, sometime last year, that I went out with Mr. Governor to visit some of the hubs in Lagos. I was shocked to see how our young people are using technology to resolve everyday problems. And I do not know of any other place in Africa where we have such high concentration of tech hubs. And if you look at all the companies that have made it in that sector, run by young people, they are from Lagos. And like I told you, the Lagos State Science Research and Innovation Council has a fund of about 1 billion, where anybody who has any idea can go to and get grants. You don't need to say that money is the problem for you. That is why you cannot follow up on your ideas, on any innovative idea that you have. No, Lagos is there to encourage you. And it is because we know that that is the future. That is where we are going. That is where humanity is going. So Lagos doesn't want to be left behind. So we are pumping in money. We are encouraging our young people. We are also doing everything possible in terms of collaboration with the people in the private sector to see that in science and technology, that Lagos is not left behind.
Okay. So what sector is Lagos State government looking at in 2025 to drive economic growth?
In all the sectors. Like I said, we are going to be very heavy in the creative sector, because we believe that there's so much potential in it that remains unexploited, and we are going to exploit all these potentials. Like I said, that is why we are training our young people, and that is why we are building structures that can stand the test of time and that can make people to get more interested in that sector, because we know that it can contribute a lot to the GDP of Lagos. So we are going to be looking at that. And so we are going to be looking at the housing sector too. We are going to be more aggressive in housing, building more apartments in Egon. We are going to be, recently we signed an agreement with Access Bank to build some 720 housing units. And all of these are areas where we are going to be seeing how the economy can get more robust this year, considering the kind of ambitious budget that we have announced.
How well is Lagos State maintaining its brand, the brand positioning within Nigeria and also outside Nigeria?
Well, if you look at Lagos, our story is the story of doing very well in what we see. Lagos is the headquarters of the media in Africa. If you look at the number of radio stations, the number of television stations, the number of people like you who are in Lagos, there's no other city in Africa that has that concentration of people. So Lagos needs to do everything to project its brand as a super brand, as a brand that, building a mega city that is going to be the pride of the Black world. And this is what we are doing. That is why we do not just call ourselves the center of excellence for nothing. All of the things that have happened in Lagos in the past couple of years have shown that we are the true center of excellence. Look at what we are doing with on the waterways. I mean, you look at it, that it's not everywhere that you see the kind of boat regatta that we have just had. So, I mean, the brand in all ramifications is being built, and thank God the world is accepting it as a true brand. Look at the kind of shows that we put up around Christmas, the countdown that we did, and all of our young
Active listening.